South Africa, a warm welcome to Afternoon Express, live on SABC3. I'm Bonnie Booley.
And I'm Jeannie D. Welcome to your weekly fix of fun. Today we have literally two of the Afrikaans movie heavyweights in our loft. They are some of the biggest stars, actually, in Afrikaans movie making. And the second movie that they've produced and starred in and written is actually going to be released this week, and it's called Vir Altyd. We've got Donnalee Roberts and Botha in the loft with us.
Can't
Very
wait
excited
to chat
that
to
interview.
them. Yeah. And we're literally almost midway through February, so we're going to check in on those New Year's resolutions. But to keep you motivated and keep you going, we've got a dietitian in loft that we'll be chatting to. But it's also almost Valentine's Day, which is actually this coming weekend. So we'll be chatting about plans, memories, moments, all of it.
Danilo even went to a shopping centre to find out what people feel about Valentine's Day nowadays.
As he would.
Obviously. Danilo, over to you.
Guys, can I just tell you that experience was one of the funniest experiences I've been on in a while. The diversity of opinions around Valentine's Day is hilarious. It's a must-watch. And welcome to Afternoon Express. I'm Danilo. And in the kitchen today, we're doing something very different because we've never done it before. We've done everything basically on the show except this. We're doing a food pairing with Clem. So Clem, what exactly are we doing for our food pairing today?
So it's not your average food pairing you would expect.
I was hoping for wine and chocolate. That's what I was hoping for. That's it.
What we're doing, we take an iconic apple soda from South Africa. We're pairing it with a light fruity dish. I don't know how much I should say. Should it be a surprise?
I think it's going to be
delicious.
It's delicious. If it's delicious, that's all that counts. You can go and find the recipe and the shopping list on our website, afternoonexpress.co.za. You can find all our recipes, in fact, on that website. It's an absolutely fantastic place to start your dinner preparation in the evenings. In the meantime, though, let's kick off the show right here on Afternoon Express. Jeannie's on the couch with our first guest.
Thanks, Danilo. Now, from playing the nerdy outcast in the popular Afrikaans teenage comedies Bakgat 1, 2, and to the clean-out cutie Ruan in Sevendelaan, Botha has blossomed into a keen and skilled filmmaker with his first movie, Pat Know Your Heart, which he wrote and starred in along with Donnalee Roberts. The two have teamed up again in SA's latest rom-com, Vir Altyd, which is sure to be another hit with die-hard romantics. Welcome to our loft, Ivan.
Thank you very much.
Now, what is it about rom-coms for you? Oh, like, do you just enjoy doing them, or are you a little romantic at heart?
A little bit of both, I think. I think from the business point of view, it's a genre that works really well within the South African audiences. So we've been selling Vir Altyd and Pat Know Your Heart as a romantic adventure film. It's a little bit more layered than just a romantic comedy. Yeah. So, and I think it's, you know, the romantic love as a theme, it's so universal. Yeah. Everybody can identify with it, so yeah.
So what is it about?
So Vir Altyd, Pat Know Your Heart was a little bit more of a life adventure we took the audience on across South Africa. Yeah. Where Vir Altyd is a little bit more of a romantic journey through the seasons of love, relationships and friendship.
Yeah, that's so beautiful. When you're writing it, I mean, are you a really romantic guy at heart, or what goes into writing a film like this?
Yeah, I think you need a bit of romance within yourself. Yeah. Or at least maybe not being a romantic at all is also a good thing, because then you kind of force yourself to steer away from cliches, and we as writers we often do. But Donnalee is very romantic, so she guides us from a writing process to all the girly girl romance in the film.
Well, you guys certainly are a good team. You met on the set of Sevendelaan, right?
That's correct, yeah.
And then how did that relationship blossom into this partnership, what it is today?
Yeah, I think we were privileged to play opposite each other in Sevendelaan and quickly realized that we both shared love for filmmaking and writing, and we were sitting, killing a lot of hours at Sevendelaan, waiting for our scenes, and realized, you know, if we keep on waiting for films to fall into our laps, it's not going to happen. We're going to wait for a really long time. So we took it into our own hands. We both love business, we love writing, and passionate about entrepreneurship, and made it happen for ourselves. So yeah, we started writing on the set of Sevendelaan and dreamt Pat Know Your Heart, and from there it's just grown.
That is so fantastic.
Thank you.
So from Pat Know Your Heart, and now, I mean, when was that one released?
2014 Valentine, so it's been 2 years.
Okay, so that's so exciting. And now this Valentine's Day, we've got another fresh film. Now, tell me a bit about your relationship with Donnalee. I mean, she is an absolute inspiration as well. But On-set, off-set, just friends? What's going on?
We are really best friends,
Yeah.
and we make a really good team when it comes to creating together and working together.
Yeah.
And she's a tough one to crack. You know, I mean, I took her to Mauritius, nothing.
No, you're
Nothing,
joking.
so, yeah.
Because I was actually thinking that you guys are a little bit like Ben Affleck and Matt Damon. And then somebody said, no, they're like the Afrikaans Genie and Yanez. And then I thought, oh, well, now I've got to ask if there's a little bit more than just movie making going on.
No, we're trying to keep it professional for now. My big love is my little girl.
Yeah.
She's just started school, so that's taking up all of my private time.
Oh, that's absolutely brilliant. So what other, do you think after this film you're going to go into any other genres, or is this exactly what you used to do?
No. I think it's time that we do explore different genres as filmmakers. Our next project's already in the pipeline. We're passionate about the adventure part of filmmaking and taking the audience on a journey, and I think we've sort of tried to claim that adventure theme or the adventure genre. So I always said when I turn 30, I'm going to direct my first film. So I'm 30 now, so that's the next adventure for myself.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be playing in the next film that we're writing together.
Just going to be
Yeah,
directing.
it's going to be a little bit more of a female empowering story. Don't want to give away too much as yet, and we're still exploring the story, but the characters are being born as we do the marketing tour for this film.
Brilliant.
And it's very similar to when we were busy marketing Pat Nieuwart. Vir Altyd was already born, and we started developing that. So.
Yeah. Well, you are an absolutely outstanding actor and now writer and to be seen director. Thank you so much for chatting to us, but you're not going to go away. We've still got so much more to ask you. After the break, we're making a delicious pan-seared trout with aromatic apple slaw, and we're on the couch with actor, writer and producer Donnalee.
Salati Plantation Select adds subtle sweetness to toffees, caramel, bran muffins, or sprinkled into a spicy curry. Salati, always good, always sweet.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Now, summer is a time for entertaining, spending time next to the pool, and of course, enjoying a chilled mocktail. The key is to pair the perfect drink with the perfect snack. Now, to make those lazy days next to the pool even better, the perfect solution is appetizer. This afternoon in the loft, we bring it all together to create another crowning moment. Right on Afternoon Express. So, guys, we need to kind of make something that kind of pairs perfectly with the drink. So, what are we going to make?
And funny enough, it's fish.
Ah!
I'm playing on we've spoken about so many times about smokiness and how smokiness goes so well with sweetness. So to pair that the smokiness of the dish we got today
Yes.
with the sweetness of the appetizer, we're doing a lightly smoked trout.
Yummy. And it's perfect because I'm allowed to eat any fish, which rocks.
I'm actually, that's the main reason.
Ah, thanks, Clem. Clem's thinking of me. So how can I help you out with this dish today? I'm
Okay, so
excited.
first things first, I got a really hot pan. Just a little bit of canola oil in there. You don't need too much because you got quite a bit of oil on the skin already. You know,
Yes.
trout, salmon, quite an oily fish.
It's quite a fatty fish, but it's a nice kind of fat. It's all those omega-3s and 6s.
Exactly. So get that in there just to kind of grease the pan. Let that do its thing.
lay it
While
down
that's
skin
busy
side.
cooking, we spoke about it so many times. Once you put something down in the pan to sear, leave it. Let it do let us do its thing. If you can pass with a knife, please.
Sure, this is not a knife, this is a lethal weapon.
Thank you so much
Okay.
for passing it with such preciseness. So we're going to do apple matchsticks. And I'm demonstrating this because so many times in recipes we see that the recipe calls for apple matchsticks and you're like, what?
Yeah, what
How?
do you mean? Yeah.
So all we're doing is, let me just move it over here quickly. All we're doing is cutting thin discs of apple.
Just before the core, then I assume you stop.
Absolutely, spin it around to the other side. And we're multitasking, eh? But there's this whole thing about guys that can't multitask.
So we're going to prove that wrong.
Actually, I was going to ask you for some help.
Okay, cool.
I
I
think
can
like
help
you
you.
check over my shoulder. How's
That I
that
can do,
looking?
yes.
That's still fine. Let's turn it down a little bit. So let's put the slaw together in record time. So we got our thin discs, stack them up, and we just cut across. And we got matchsticks.
Oh, I see. So just basically kind of getting it into nice little strips for your salad, right?
Absolutely.
For a slaw,
And we
okay.
don't want big chunks of apple in there. Normally it's not a problem. But when it comes to salad, you want a bit of everything in your mouth at once.
At a bite, yeah.
So let's get the rest of the apple in there.
Cool.
Some extra sweetness. We got some radishes with some. They add an amazing pepperiness to salads. Love them.
And I like, how did you get those toasts so thinly sliced?
Same thing. I mean, if
Also
we
with
had
a
a whole
knife?
one here.
Okay.
Practice with
Wow.
your knife. You get them really really, really thin. Some spring onions, because we love spring onions.
Yes.
Just got those ones. All we did was, if
Again,
I can
you
ask
stripped
you,
those spring onions, right?
will you pick some in for me?
Cool.
There we go.
Just plucking the leaves off, right?
Absolutely. Let me check on that trout. Let's swap.
Da, da, da.
You're doing so well. Well done.
Thank you. I feel
Swap
like
again.
I'm now a pro mint plucker.
Okay, cool. Parsley in, apple cider vinegar, just a little bit of tartness to bring out the flavor of all the other ingredients. Balancing out again with a little bit of maple syrup.
Oh, yummy. So it's nice that sweet, that sort of peppery, all mixed into the same thing all together at once.
Absolutely.
Fresh, summery. I like the fact that
And
you
then just
mentioned
get your hands in there, give it a good toss.
Toss up.
Get it all colourful and beautiful. I mean, look at that. If you can pass my spatula again.
that. Sure.
The worst thing for me is an overcooked piece of fish.
Absolutely.
Especially
it needs
trout.
to be seared. Any kind of fish has to be seared itself because it's fresh already.
That fish is done.
It looks
Ooh,
so
there we go.
amazing.
It's so fresh, it just almost flopped out the plate. So what we're going to do now, we're just going to top our trout with our salad. I mean, this is an amazing dish for summer. It's so light, it's so fresh.
yummy.
We're going to finish it off with a squeeze of lemon and my favorite, pink peppercorns.
Oh, delicious.
Not just because they're pretty, but because those floral flavors bring out so much of the other ingredients as well.
Yes.
And they've got an amazing oil that just completes the whole entire dish.
Oh, it looks so delicious, and you painted it so well. You made it look effortless in the way that you just sort of sprinkled those on together. It smells so amazing. If you guys want to start making this at home, you're welcome to go and do so. The recipe is on our website, afternoonexpress.co.za. You can find it there and make it with the family. It smells good, it looks good, and I'm pretty sure it's going to please the rest of your family. In the meantime, the right on Afternoon Express, the interviews continue. Bonnie's on the couch.
Now, we got to know her as the unassuming waitress Donnalee from Oppie Coffee in Sevendeland, and she went on to become a romantic sweetheart in movies like Klein Karoo and Ballade van 'n Enkeling. Now, even writing and starring in her own hit movies like Pat na jou hart and a new film Vir Altyd, which she wrote and produced with her close friend and creative partner Botha. Joining us in the loft is Donnalee Roberts. Welcome, Donna.
Thank you very much for
Lovely
having us.
to have you in the loft. So, fans got to know you as Donnalee, the lovable and adorable, sweet Donnalee. And do people still recognize you by that? I mean, do they call you by that character name still?
I think in certain parts of our country,
Yeah,
I think for 5 years, you would spend every day in people's houses as
Right,
that character.
right.
But after Pat na jou hart, people kind of started talking to me as Donnalee and not Donnalee anymore.
Wow, wow. I ask you this because I think it was like 15 years ago that I was on a soap and people still call me by that name, that character name. They still call me Zandi. No matter how many characters you play afterwards. So you almost get typecast as the sweet, gentle, lovable character all the time. And do you feel like you are getting typecast, or are there other types of females that you'd like to play?
I definitely would still like to play an array of different characters in my lifetime. But I think with something like Ballade vir 'n Enkeling, it was more of like the straightforward journalist, and she wasn't the romantic character in the film, so that was a fun character to portray. And being a writer, I think definitely within my career, we definitely would like to write different characters.
Explore that. What's
Challenge
your
yourself.
dream role?
I think within Pat na jou hart and within Vir Altyd, I've had the opportunity to write certain aspects of a character that I'd like to
That you'd
portray.
like to play,
But I think it's such a difficult thing to ask an actor, because I think anything that would challenge me is a dream
that would
role.
grow you, yeah.
Yes.
Now, the remake of the hit Ballade van 'n Enkeling it was a series originally. Was it challenging turning it into a film? And what do you think makes a local film work? What are all the ingredients needed for like a kick-butt local film?
Well, I think firstly, Ballade vir 'n Enkeling was such an iconic series within the marketing of it, because within our production company, we also did the marketing for Ballade vir 'n Enkeling. And it was wonderful to hear that almost every South African has a memory, whether it be the music or whether it be where they used to watch Ballade vir 'n Enkeling. I think so the memories within that made it quite a big hit.
Yeah.
And I think when it comes to South African films, anything that has heart, anything that people can relate to, I think then it's part of a winning recipe.
Awesome. Now, you and Ivan met on set, right? And you became friends on set, but you also have like a working relationship that is proving to be really successful. How do you think you guys get that right? What's the chemistry?
Well, when we work, there's absolutely no ego involved. It's always what's best for the project. And if you're passionate about something, then convince me so that I can share that passion. And we both have the same goal and the same vision, and we equally work very hard to achieve that goal.
Now, research shows us that you guys became friends while you were both going through a divorce, right? And subsequently, the media has speculated about you guys being more than friends. I'm probably asking the same question that Jeannie asked you in a different way, that asked Ivan in a different way. But how do you guys deal with the media attention and all their speculations?
I think firstly, we became friends before that, and we've both had our own individual life journey, and obviously working together and producing together and marketing a project together, I think that automatically then accumulates to assumptions. But I think when it comes to work, we're focused on what we do, and that's all that matters. And the rest kind of just rolls off our back.
Awesome, like it should. Thank you so much. We'll be chatting Valentine's Day stuff shortly, so we're not going away. After the break, we're back on the couch with Ivan and Donnalee to chat about the exciting new adventure/romance film for Vir Altyd, and we check up on our New Year's resolutions with dietitian Laura Berry. We'll be right back.
You have lived, laughed, loved, achieved, received, and been rewarded. What's next? Join Diners Club now. This February, you stand a chance of winning an unforgettable Diners Club experience at the prestigious Saxon Hotel, Villas and Spa in Johannesburg with Afternoon Express. Prize includes accommodation and breakfast at the Saxon. Lunch prepared by world-renowned chef Luke Dale Roberts in the company of me, Jeannie D, as well as a spa treatment and a whiskey and food pairing at the exclusive 1805. Visit afternoonexpress.co.za/giveaways to enter. T's and C's apply and are also available on our website.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Now, Friday the 12th of February sees the release of the latest collaboration between Botha and Donnalee Roberts called Vir Altyd. This is the second time they've both written and starred in a film together, the first being Pat Na Jou Hart in 2014. We're back on the couch with Ivan and Donnalee to learn more about this exciting new romantic adventure. And can I just say that ek is 'n groot soutie, maar kan ons Engels praat?
Absolutely.
Of course. Dankie. So I learned that phrase. That's my phrase I learned. Am I okay? Can I be in your next film, please?
I was about to ask if we were going to speak Afrikaans, but...
Nee, ons kan Afrikaans praat, maar...
Afrikaans is
it's a
amazing.
baie kort interview then. It's just what's going to happen. Guys, it's so exciting to have you together. We've touched on throughout the show today little elements of the film which you guys have just put together for Vir Altyd. Last night was the big premiere. Everyone's been raving about the sort of process of you guys developing these films together. Please just now give us that debrief of what is the film about.
Yeah, so it's a romantic adventure. It's going to take the audience and the viewers through the seasons of love, romance, relationships, and friendship. So we end up in Mauritius on Donnalee's honeymoon that the marriage never happened. So the honeymoon was booked and so forth and so forth.
I got left in front
She
of
gets
the
left at the altar.
Okay, who would leave you?
We end up in Mauritius as best friends and trying to heal her heart. But obviously there's a big history in the friendship and growing up together in Paarl, Cape Town. And we meet two other couples there, and they're for different reasons, exploring and figuring out their own relationships. And it's a beautiful adventure, like I said, through the seasons of love.
Yeah. And Mauritius is obviously like an ironic backdrop for it's the island of love, and you have all these different couples and people going through different issues concerning love.
Exactly, and I mean, that's what I wanted to actually ask you guys. Traveling to Mauritius must have been an incredible experience, spending so much time. They almost like, let's retake this scene. We'll do it tomorrow, another day in Mauritius. That's an expensive trip also to have done. How exactly did you guys manage that trip to Mauritius, and how friendly were the people there? And
it was a wonderful, wonderful process. The Mauritius Tourism Authority came on board, and they just opened their hearts and arms and country to us, and they went, we want to share our beautiful country with the people in your country, and we got to film everywhere, on the ocean, in the forests, waterfalls. We went up and down across entire Mauritius.
From a production perspective, obviously you guys are living the life, but I mean also as the producers and writers behind it, you're worrying about money too. And South African film is like not necessarily making billions and billions of dollars in that process. Was it quite expensive to shoot in Mauritius, or?
It is obviously with the rand-dollar exchange, it is tough, but that was important for us to partner up. So we had partners from South Africa, World Leisure Holidays, that took us over as a team and made it possible for us from that perspective. But we also partnered up with a lot of other partners in Mauritius. So we went, as producers and writers, we went early last year to go and set up all the deals and the partnerships and so forth. Otherwise,
a business trip to let's go and set up deals in Mauritius. You know, we just have to.
Exactly.
We actually said it would have been amazing to just be actors on this project, because a lot of the actors came to set and kind of filmed their scenes, and when they were finished, they'd go and swim or walk on the beach, and we had a script in the one hand and figuring out...
And the budget in the other.
Yeah, exactly. But it's so cool that you guys are putting in so much effort into this film, but also that so many other partners were coming on board to make this happen, which is a really clear sign that the film industry in South Africa is booming, and particularly, which is also very exciting, in the Afrikaans scene. Really, it's booming, and it's just growing to this massive space, and you guys are starting to pioneer that way, which is really exciting. Between the two of you, though, as the writing process continues, what happens if two of you want to take different routes with the film? Has it ever happened?
No, I think as we were chatting earlier, there's no ego involved. It really always is what is best for the project. And if he's passionate about something, then I'm open to be convinced, and the other way around as well.
Okay.
But we both have individual strengths, I think, as writers, producers, and well, from a creative point of view. So Donnalee writes really well from an emotional point of view and so forth, and thematically, where I'm a little bit more structurally orientated. And so I think the combination is really great.
Oh, awesome. And the big night last night was the big premiere. A lot of really big names rocked up in the Western Cape in Paarl to come and celebrate and support you guys. How was the experience?
Such a lovely evening. It was blessed. Perfect weather, a million stars, because we had an outside picnic theme film.
Yeah, an open air. And so we had an island theme. It was incredible. Yeah, completely thankful for the night.
So lucky, guys. It's really exciting to see you both together creating such great work. Is there a new project in the pipeline?
Yes,
okay.
Yeah. So we're writing and developing on it.
Donnalee was beaming when you said that, yes?
Yeah. So I'm going to be directing, and she'll be obviously one of the leads.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you want to say anything further.
It's a little bit of a female adventure, so I'm very excited about that.
Super cool, guys. Well, good luck for the rest of this journey together, both of you, and separately in your careers. You're just growing the industry in leaps and bounds, and exciting to have you with us in the loft just to share some of that story. It's cool to have you.
Thank you very much.
South Africa, in the meantime, we're talking New Year's resolutions, genies in the garden.
Welcome to another instalment of our Fresh Pack Natural Goodness series. Before you give up on your New Year's resolutions just yet, we are talking to dietitian Laura Berry about the importance of a healthy lifestyle, implementing realistic and achievable health goals, and how to stick to them. Welcome, Laura.
Hi, Jeannie. Thank you very much.
Now, we all know it's important to be healthy, live a healthy lifestyle, but how can you implement those laws and kind of make them sustainable?
Jeannie, it's a good question, because in this day and age, we all lead very busy lives, whether it be that you're busy from work or have a demanding family life. And this can make it very difficult to achieve practical goals that you can maintain. And so there are a few key points that we can bear in mind. And the first is to actually take the time out to reflect on where you are in your life and to identify your health as a priority. And that can certainly keep you on track for when things get a bit tricky if you keep it as a priority. Secondly, it's also very important to make sure that you're setting realistic goals that you can achieve and maintain. If we set ourselves vague lifestyle changes, it's very unlikely that you can actually stick to them. And lastly, it's very important to get support. Make sure your friends and family are on board and that they know what your goals are so that they can help you when things might get a bit tricky. And there are always health professionals who can help you as well.
I think I need the professionals. But what are some tips to making really good food choices?
Jeannie, one of the traps that we all fall into is in our busy lives, opting for convenience foods, something that's a quick fix, something that you can buy easily or put together quickly to save you time and effort. And so the key to making your healthy, particularly eating or exercise choices, are to plan your week. Be organized. Yeah. Think about what you want your family or yourself to eat over the week in terms of meals, snacks, and drinks, and then using that to put together some sort of shopping list so that when you are in the shops, you're making smart, healthy choices in terms of snacks and drinks.
Yeah. What about bad habits? Like I found myself just grabbing a coffee instead of going to get a snack or a meal.
We do. It's very easy to fall into the trap of bad habits, and particularly coffee. We get addicted to the physiological effect that it has. It's a stimulant and acts on our nervous system. And so an easy, sort of smart, healthy alternative would be to look for an alternative drink, avoiding your fizzy cool drinks, fizzy carbonated beverages. First prize, possibly water. It's going to hydrate you. But other good options are also herbal teas, rooibos tea, and also green rooibos tea.
Okay, I'm a big tea fan, but what is the difference between a green tea and a green rooibos tea?
Good question. So the first significant difference is they come from two different plants. So green tea...
Really?
Yeah, green tea comes from the tea plant, whereas green rooibos tea comes from rooibos plant.
Okay.
The other key difference is that rooibos green tea doesn't contain any caffeine, whereas a standard green tea does contain a small amount of caffeine.
And does that make it healthier?
Yes, absolutely, because there are limits to how much caffeine we should be having, so it certainly helps from that point of view.
And does it still have all the detoxifying properties as a regular green tea?
Yes, absolutely. And in fact, you know, a lot of a buzzword at the moment that some people that are using are functional foods and functional drinks. And the other important benefit of your rooibos and your green rooibos teas is that they contain something that we call antioxidants. An example is a polyphenol or a flavanol.
So what exactly are polyphenols?
So polyphenols are what we call antioxidants. And antioxidants, the role that they play is that they scavenge free radicals. So radicals are what have a damaging effect on our body and can cause things like aging or cancer. So what we believe about the antioxidants or polyphenols in rooibos and green tea is that people believe them to slow down cancer.
Wow, getting more tea. What other tips do you have just to help us keep a balanced lifestyle?
Making sure your choices are tasty and fun, something that the whole family can achieve. Using seasonal fruits, there is an abundance of strawberries and grapes, getting the family involved in making strawberry and grape kebabs. And also, and I think another thing that's also important to bear in mind is applying the concept of mindful eating. Yeah. So thinking a little bit more about the choices you make from a food point of view, how much you're eating and when and why, and just being aware of other emotional triggers that might also be causing you to eat or make poor drink choices.
I actually read the best thing the other day, because you know they say it's 80-20, 20% exercise and 80% eating. I actually read this quote that said it's 100% eating and 100% training. Oh, thank you so much for chatting to us. You've been outstanding.
It's a pleasure,
and I'm sure we're all going to make better choices from now on. You've inspired us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Jeannie.
Well, there you have it. Choosing a healthy lifestyle is within the reach of every single one of us, and the results are profound. Starting with the foods you eat and the beverages you choose, it makes sense to choose the natural goodness of brands you know and trust. Until next time, keep well with the natural goodness of Freshpack.
Express yourself.
Freshpack. Goodness comes naturally.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Now, Valentine's Day is coming up this weekend. Yes! No! And as we're celebrating romance on the show today, we thought it would be fitting to focus on the Day of Love. Historically, it's a time to celebrate and reinforce the love you have for your partner, but it does still hold the same, or does it still hold the same meaning as it does today? We're back on the couch with our guests, Botha and Donnalee Roberts.
Ooh, I can't wait to hear some of your stories about Valentine's Day, because we were just laughing off air about all of our crazy stories. And we can't wait to share some of those with you guys today.
Okay, so is Valentine's Day still the same? as what it used to
I don't
be.
know. I think in primary school, Valentine's Day was ruined for me because I was always the girl who only got 2 roses. and Jeannie apparently got like 20 roses
No,
at
I used to
assembly.
get so many, and then like once I even got called to the principal's office because somebody like delivered this like massive teddy bear. But like I said, I peaked too soon because now I don't get anything from Valentine's.
and I'm a late bloomer.
Please say you guys have got some stories for us.
I was also a very late bloomer. So now I kind of write romantic films and I give other people the opportunity to kind of have a Valentine's date. I give them a reason to go and celebrate Valentine's Day.
I got hurt early. Primary school, I wrote a little letter, you know, all confident, took it to the girl. She read it in front of me, and then she started laughing. And then she said, "You made a spelling mistake." And she pointed out my spelling mistakes.
And you would have been like, I write films now, girl. I write films
So I
now.
got hurt, so I stopped then.
Shame, man.
I stopped then.
Oh, guys, there's lots to chat about Valentine's. I'm sure you, South Africa, might have lots of stories to share with us. But before we get there, I want you to go visit a mall to see what you think about Valentine's Day. The mall. It's got restaurants, it's got coffee shops, movie theaters, as well as gift shops. It is the home of that awkward first date and also of those really badly planned anniversaries. So that's why I've decided to come here. I think it's the perfect place to have a look at what people think of Valentine's Day in 2016. Margaret, what does Valentine's Day mean to you?
I think Valentine's Day is very important. No matter how many years you've been married, I think it's still a very big thing. And
Valentine's Day is about sharing our things, our love, everything in key. And we are also making up our past memories and making a better future for both of us for our love.
I can't remember the last time I sent any flowers. It must be 53 years ago, I think.
As a lady, honestly, what does Valentine's Day mean to you?
I think it's just a day for me to get attention. Yeah. No, I'm joking. I think it's a special day and I get to appreciate my boyfriend and he gets to appreciate me, so.
Valentine's, it means it's show to love and care. That is the only thing.
As time goes by, you sort of lose track of that sort of thing, but a day like that just puts everything aside and you put that person in the forefront.
send a card and some flowers, and it means an awful lot.
If you could ask any of these 3 ladies that I've got here on a date, which one would it be? Take a look at those 3 photos, and I need you to try and pick her up on a date, but you need to give it your all, hey, because she really knows what a pickup line is like and what the terrible ones are and what the good ones are. All right.
Unity, since the days of top billing, had a little crush on you, I won't lie. But yeah, now I know I've got quite a nice house in Clifton. Maybe can do a top billing shoot there, maybe get on a boat and go around to Camps Bay. When the cameras go off, we never know what happens, eh?
Well, first I'll take the girl for a meal, and then afterwards maybe for a film if she wants to go see a film, or we'll go to the theatre and watch like ballet or something. So.
I like really good bodies. Do you have a good body?
Yes, do you want to see?
I'd love to see.
Okay, cool.
No, pickup line. I don't use pickup line.
What do you use?
Gotta keep it natural.
I like this guy.
Have you watched The Revenant yet?
No, I haven't.
I got 2 tickets. Would you like to go?
I like movies. I mean, I like movies so much. You can stay. All right, give me a kiss. I'm a beautiful lady and I walk into the mall. What's your favorite pickup line? I'm looking for love on Valentine's Day and I need some really good pickup lines. What's the best pickup line you've ever heard?
I'm very lost and I'm hoping you're not a creep trying to approach me right now.
I've lost my number, so do you mind if I take yours? It's quite an emergency.
You might have to buy me a drink first.
No, I don't think we've met.
Are you sure? I'm sure we shared a class together.
I don't think so.
Wasn't it that we had chemistry? So I've been roaming around the mall for a while now, and it seems like the sort of talent has dried up. I'm feeling a little bit
Danilo, I think you're so amazing. Will you go on a date with me?
Well, I also lost something. John, I lost.
What did you lose?
My telephone number. Can I have yours?
You might have to pass the test first.
Do you know that my name is Italian?
Your name is Italian. You didn't actually introduce yourself.
My name is Danilo Antonio Acquisto.
Is that a lie, or are you just trying to sweep me off my feet, or?
I don't know. Like, really, I don't know. I'm a big fan of classics, so I'd like to go to a vintage bookstore and possibly a picnic afterwards.
I've lost my cell phone number. Do you mind if I have yours?
Sure, of course, that's a good one.
This is the best pickup lines I've heard for any Valentine.
Yes, I win. So you will go on a date with me?
I would, yes.
Legend.
Perfect. If
Score.
you're paying, that's-
Well, I have a boyfriend, so...
And she let me get all this way. Cheers. So dates are always awkward on the first dates, and I think it's really important, I suppose, that I be as honest with you as I can from the upfront, because I've always learned from my previous relationships, it's all those things that you lie about or you hold back that I think what builds a rift between the relationships.
Okay.
I don't know. So I've made a list of all the things that I think it's important that girls find out.
Okay. Oh no.
Number 1 on my list is that I tend to bite my own toenails.
I hate feet.
I don't trust avocados.
Why?
There's something about that greeny texture and that thick outer skin. I have a flip file at home where I document every pizza I've ever eaten. I've been doing this since I was 16. Do you like pizza?
I do, but are you bringing your notebook with?
Well, obviously, I'm gonna need to know like what happened on that date.
I think you need a lot of therapy.
How about you share your deep dark demons with me?
I'm quite an open book. I think as you get to know me, you'll kind of just see that, you know.
Are you good at? Do you share?
I do share.
Okay, thanks. That's great because all I wanted was your ice cream this whole time. I didn't want to go on a date. I had so much fun today in the mall listening to all the cheesy pickup lines, but if there's something on a serious note that I've taken from today, listening to all the old couples, the young couples, the singles, is that people need and like to be recognized for who they are. So this Valentine's Day, if you're a guy or a girl going on a date, do something small that is going to make the other person feel special. It doesn't have to be big, it doesn't have to be expensive. And even though I messed up my date today, I think what I learned from that experience was don't lay it all on thick right from the get-go.
That was the most action you've gotten all year.
Can I just say that those facts about me were not real at all? Like, I do not bite my toenails. Everyone can just keep themselves.
But you even said you've been in previous relationships, really?
I love my family at work. I love my work family. Isn't it nice? Let's turn the attention away from us, guys. Back to you. Valentine's Day, any like horror stories? We've heard one of your horror stories. Please say you've got a horror story for us, Donnalee.
I don't. I actually really don't. As I said, I have no story. That's worse.
That's a horror
Did you have the opposite?
That's a horror story within itself.
Do you know
that
what
I have
happens
no
to-
Valentine story.
Well, what about this? You know what happens to late bloomers is that all the boys in school that never paid attention to you, when you finally bloom, they're like,
Hello. So when are you going to bloom?
did that
Bonnie?
happen to you? Oh,
I'm hoping that
Say.
would. I'm
So
hoping for that.
if you, Ivan, were to go and ask a girl out on a date and take her to Valentine's Day, what would you say for all guys in South Africa? Because you play all the romantic leads, you've had her tell you all of the stories, you should know everything. What is the perfect Valentine's Day date?
Well, it is leap year, so I think, you know, ladies, my advice would be, you know, to take ownership, you know.
Jump right in there.
Don't put up on us guys. We're not that great at it, so, you know, if you want something to happen, make it happen.
well, at least you're admitting that you guys aren't that great at
No.
it.
So I think you need to be honest. I think you got to with each other, and I think it's such a cliche. I know it is a special day, and I think it is a wonderful opportunity to force a couple out of their horrible routine. So use it. Don't sort of ignore the day. You know. So embrace it at least.
It's a good excuse, I think, just to do something loving and extra sweet. Unless you like dating me, and then every day is Valentine's Day.
I think my only downer is that I'm always working on Valentine's Day. It's just turned out to be that way over the past
Well, now it's on a
couple of
weekend.
years.
It's on a Sunday, so
I'm
yeah.
still working.
Oh, really? Why do you book gigs? She's like, I do not want to experience love at all.
Don't worry, we're working as well this Valentine's Day.
After the break, we're making a unique mocktail to pair with our dinner, which involves a very interesting technique. So stay right where you are.
But before you go, one thing I've realized that you can do for Valentine's Day is go and check out Vir Altyd. It's happening. It's going to be airing. So that's a nice thing that you guys can do. So go and put that in your diary right now. It's coming out on Friday. See you after this. Bye.
Willies and I collaborating to raise 100 million rand through the My School program. Are you with us?
5 Roses blends only the top 2 leaves of the finest Ceylon teas. Because nobody makes better tea than you and 5 Roses.
Welcome, we're live on SABC3 and we're back in the Afternoon Express kitchen where earlier we made a pan-seared trout with aromatic apple slaw. Keeping on the theme with apples, however, we're making a very unique drink to accompany our main course. Clem, we're setting cinnamon on fire. Right?
That's my thunder, man.
Oh, sorry, I kind of stole his joke. He told me off air and I thought I would just break his thunder right here on the show.
Okay,
but you know,
again.
it's Valentine's Day and we're talking about the perfect catch and we got the perfect catch, now we need the perfect drink. What are we making?
So often when we make mocktails, people take the alcohol out, not actually knowing that sometimes that alcohol actually has flavor being added to the drink.
Okay.
So it's not just the easy process of just taking the alcohol out. So today, if we were doing an alcoholic version of this, we would do something like a bourbon or a really deep like whiskey with that oaky flavor. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna add that flavor to the cocktail.
Okay.
That smoky flavor, that cinnamon flavor, and we're gonna use it by...
You love your open flames.
Absolutely.
I can see when he starts beaming at the beginning of one of these cooking segments, I know he's gonna do something ridiculous. We know. Okay, so on open flame, you can probably just use like a blowtorch or something if you don't have a gas stove.
Absolutely. You could use, besides a blowtorch as well, just use a lighter. These cinnamon quills, they don't take that long to actually catch a light. And start producing smoke. So the trick is, and I love this part, it's just adding smoke to food in general. So I'll just let it go and make a bigger flame. Okay, cool. So we got that, and we'll see it starts smoking immediately. Let's give it a bigger flame.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is, besides the usual ingredients of adding apple to a cocktail and the normal ice, we're actually going to add a herb. And our herb today is going to be rosemary. Look at that, look at that.
That's so cool, okay.
And then we're going to trap it in there for a little bit, and that's just going to add more flavor to the glass.
This is so much fun. Okay,
I know, it's crazy, it's crazy. So like I said, we're using rosemary. Another trick is actually burning rosemary and then using it to add flavor to drinks. So hopefully this will stop
smoke is
burning.
delicious.
Pop this to the side, put the flame out.
Cool.
So, I mean, how cool is this?
This
I feel
is
like
awesome.
a scientist right now. So, okay, so let's do this really quickly, but I also want to show you how amazing and that it actually does work. It's not just for effect. So, give that a smell. It's easy. It might be a little strong, but you should be picking up a little bit of oak, a little bit of cinnamon.
Yes.
So before we lose all of that,
flavors.
let's top it up with some ice.
It's delicious.
And
obviously crush it, you can just put this inside a nice big cloth and you can bang it on the floor and have some fun with that one, or you can just use a big hammer that you guys have got at home and just keep beating it up. Probably one of those meat tenderizers is a nice way to get your ice like this.
I just get a bag of ice and just throw it on the floor, play a game of footy. You know, it comes out amazing. So let's do the swap again. We're doing this all day. Let's swap again.
Cool.
Swap, swap, swap.
It's called
I'm
kitchen
going to pass you
dancing,
the drink. How's that?
Cool.
And obviously, we're using the appetizer today. I'm using the white apple variety.
Okay.
If you want to, why not just go with the red variety and then use a red apple? Just a little bit of, so you know what's in the drink.
Exactly.
So you're going to add, you can start topping that up.
Right to the top?
Right to the top.
Ooh. I can still smell that smokiness. It's delicious. Go for it.
It's supposed to stay in the glass because you kind of, it's almost like, you know when we season woks for dishes?
Yes.
We're seasoning the glass.
Oh, my word. This is something completely new. I've never even seen this in my life, and I hope it's properly instructed on the website, because if it's like kind of says they burn a piece of cinnamon and then people are not going to know what to do with it.
You know what? This would be amazing for Valentine's Day for you.
Yes.
Don't you think?
Because it's cool. Do it in front of her and you look amazing. Yeah, how cool.
Look at that.
Done and dusted.
So it's a smoky appetizer cooler.
Oh, it looks so delicious, man. It pairs perfectly with our fish, right?
Absolutely.
Love
so how about you bring the drinks?
Okay. I can do that, and you guys can make this at home. AfternoonExpress.co.za is where you guys can go and get this recipe and the shopping list. Now, bring the sparkle this summer and crown the moment with appetizer. Try out new pairings and see what you love most. Fill up your summer or any occasion of that matter, and wow your guests. Right? Definitely. Let's go wow the ladies.
That looks absolutely delicious.
It's amazing.
So you guys recently got to shoot with Pasilla, with the fantastic Paul Rotherham. What was that experience like?
Yeah, he's crazy, man.
He's great.
He was. We did some water sports, and this guy, yeah, he's got
Tell me, he's got muscles.
Yeah, well, I think the muscles I'll leave to Donnalee. No, but we were at the Hartbeespoort Dam, and he was tossed around on the dam on one of those tubes. But he survived it. He's a tough guy. He's a tough guy.
Oh,
there you go.
He literally took a tumble.
Exactly. And that wasn't acting. That was It was fun. It was really fun.
Guys, come on in with our dinner.
I've got a slight refresher for you.
Lovely.
Thank you
very much.
Cheers. Thank you very much.
Very good. What have you made?
Oh, Clem, you have to describe it because it's apple and trout and searing and slaw and yummy.
And all yummy.
Just full stop, yummies.
Good, it looks very
Looks amazing. Guys, it's really, really cool to have you guys in the loft with us today because I'm really proud of what you guys have done for the industry particularly and the way that you guys are trying to pave the way and you're growing more teams. Hopefully there'll be a chance for people to learn from you in the future. Please?
Ja. Ek kan nie wag nie om die film te kyk.
Well, is that okay? There are subtitles, Jeannie. It's okay. There's subtitles. You'll be okay.
Nee, ek's amper heeltemal tweetalig, man.
We're going to tuck into this dish in the meantime, though, South Africa. Thank you so much for tuning into the show. It's been really cool to speak about all the exciting stuff that you guys are up to.
Thank you very much. Thanks for hosting us.
Thank you for having us. It was lovely.
And also make sure you join us again tomorrow for Afternoon Express and tune in early because during the first 15 minutes of the show, we learn all about the male modelling industry with professional model Dave Kabumba. Yes. And in the kitchen, we're making a crispy seafood salad.
Sounds so delicious.
Okay, now if you have to, because you're literally speaking to the country now, give us 2 reasons why we have to go and watch your film this Valentine's Day. What would they be?
It's going to make you fall in love with being in love.
Ooh.
Wow. Yeah. So then I'm not going to go alone.
That's what Donnalee thinks. Ivan, what do you think?
I think it's a great girls' getaway as well, you know, if you don't have a guy.
Next film we hope to have overseas too. You guys go check out the film. It's coming out this Friday. It's called Vir Altyd. It is South African, it is local, and we're really, really proud of it. I know they are too. So make sure you guys go and check it out in cinemas very, very soon.
And you guys are also going to be on Pasela this Friday, so do not miss that at all.
Jam-packed Friday.
Thank you so much for coming through. Thank you so much for this amazing dinner.
It's a pleasure.
Good night, South
All
Africa.
right.
Happy
Good
eating.
night. Thank you for joining us.
Coming up tomorrow on Afternoon Express, we explore the life of a professional male model. Fashion experts Alan and Krishen take us through the highlights of SA Menswear Week 2016, and we take a look at some great ideas for Valentine's Day.
Another feel-good production.
Hi YouTubers, thank you so much for watching. Your support means the world to us. Join the Afternoon Express family by subscribing to our channel right here. And we'll keep you up to date with all our recipes and of course our fabulous episodes. Also, feel free to leave a comment and share this video. We do love it when you express yourself.